Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then welcome to my channel. Today's video is again very exciting because I'm doing full face of new makeup. Well, almost full. I don't have eye products, but mostly full face of base products at least. I have very exciting things in this video. I have a cream concealer technically which I'm using as a bronzer. I have Mars BB cream. I have Glowish products, Essence products, and also a cream blush from Ilana. Everything that you see on my face right now is from the products that I'll be talking about in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. Let me start off by addressing the elephant in the room. I did cut my hair quite a bit. I went shorter this time just because I don't know, my hair grows out so quickly. I thought if I just go for a trim there would be no change, and I was just sick of how flat my head would look with that long hair. So yeah, I'm starting with a primer first. I have way too many options in primer, but the one that I'm most excited about is this Essence Putty primer. This is Poreless plus skin blurring. Now this is literally your elf putty primer but in a tube format. The reason why I've never bought the elf one is because I am very lazy when it comes to my makeup product which is in tub or jar packaging. I don't know what it is about, but even the Bobbi Brown primer that I have, I actually enjoy using it, but I get so lazy that I don't end up using that just because of the packaging. And I was really intrigued by this one. It comes in a really handy dandy tube package, and this is how the primer looks like. It has like this peachy pink tint to it, so I'm not going to use it all over. I'm gonna focus this on the areas where I have texture currently. So that is my forehead first, and the rest of it I'm gonna focus it here. I don't have open pores as such, so I'll not be able to tell how pore filling this primer is, but I do have texture and it's mattifying my skin, that's for sure, and smoothening maybe a little bit. So now this kind of primer I don't typically go for at all times, just because I have dry skin and I enjoy primers which gives me more of a hydration and glow, but I still wanted to try it just because there are days when I have texture or my skin is not as smooth as I would like it to. So these kind of primers really come in handy. So far so good. I'm not going to focus this all over my face because I do have dryness on certain areas, so I don't think applying this all over my face is going to benefit me, just because this is giving me very like matte soft finish. So I've focused it only on my problem areas. So far so good. It does feel quite smooth and blurring. So yeah, that was the primer. For my foundation I'm going to use these products. I have the Mars sponge here and also the Mars BB cream. I have heard nothing but great things about it, and I have it in the shade medium. Now I have used this BB cream twice now, and I know its pros and cons, so I'm really excited to demo it for you guys and talk about it in general. Now the first time that I used it, I think I used a brush and I did not like the finish of it that much with a brush, so this time I'm going to use my sponge. And another thing that happened was it was settling and like bunching up around the corners of my nose. Now that could be because it's quite dry at the moment, so I'm going to avoid applying it right here, but otherwise I was just blown away at how beautiful my skin looked. And also one thing that I have noticed is with products with very less coverage, like a BB cream or even a foundation with very less coverage, you have to compromise with the longevity. Like it never really lasts that well, but with this one it did last throughout the day. I mean, I wore it even yesterday with and I applied it with a sponge, and my products performed very well on top of it. Everything just held up throughout the day, and I was just mesmerized at how beautiful my skin looked. So yeah, and the coverage, I mean, can you tell that this is a BB cream? I think this is one of the best BB creams I've tried, given that I've not tried many. I've only tried what, Pond's, Garnier, maybe the Spa Wake one. I do not like that as far as my memory is concerned, but this one I think like tops the list. Of course it has certain limitations, like, you know, it can be a little heavy looking on your dry patches, but that honestly is with a lot of product, so I don't feel like deducting points for that. That is the BB cream with just one layer. Of course, you can see my imperfections are still peeking through, but you know, that's how BB cream performs. But I will be layering it ever so slightly only on my imperfections. Now mind you, I've not used it on my nose and underneath my eyes and also on my eyelids, and that's why you can see the discoloration there. But otherwise you can see how beautifully that blended. The finish is also nice. I'll give you guys a quick zoom in once I'm done with another layer. I don't know why my eyebrows just don't seem to be working today, but I'll be fixing that later. I don't have a new concealer per se, so I'm going to use the Swiss Beauty HD concealer in the shade Pure Beige. Now I will be highlighting my under eyes and the center of my face later on with a highlighting concealer, maybe my L'Oreal one, but I right away want to dive into this cream blush from Ilana. This is their dream blush and I bought this in the shade Galaxy Plum. I think they had a coral one, a pinkish one, and then this plum shade. This is slightly on the purple plum side, and there's a lot of information on this, which I mean I don't want to get into because then this video will be extremely long. So this is how the packaging looks like. It's really cute and tiny. It's cute. So I received this yesterday and the product is leaking already, so I'm gonna take very little. I'm not gonna squeeze any more because there's a lot of product already here. I'm not a fan of the smell, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's manageable. So yesterday when I swatched it on my hand, it did look slightly patchy when blended out with finger. So in order to avoid that, I think I'm gonna directly dip in with my sponge. I'm going to pick up ever so slightly and apply this over here. It says it's a gel formula, which I agree with. It's very I mean, I don't have anything like this consistency wise in my collection, so the formula is unique, I'll give them that. And as you can see, I'm not applying a lot of pressure. I am just dabbing it on this area. The pigmentation does look nice, but it's going very sheer. It could be that I've used a BB cream underneath and that's why I can still see my imperfections. I think it is that. So yeah, I mean, it's nice, it's good, it's blending easily with a sponge at least. I'll try using my finger on the other side, but I'm not sure how this will apply with my finger because I tried doing that yesterday and I don't know, let's see. So I'm just like warming it up. Yeah, it's slightly difficult to work with my finger. I'm gonna use my sponge again. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I should have directly gone with the sponge. It's set now and it's slightly exaggerating things. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some on my sponge again. I don't like it this side, but that's my fault and the way I applied it. So I think the best way to apply this blush would be with your sponge and pick up very little and build up the intensity, because I don't know, with my fingers it did not apply well and it's almost like set. It's definitely something that I'll have to try a lot in the future before I give you my well-rounded opinion on this, but I am going to move on. But I bought a cream bronzer from PAC Cosmetics. This is not technically a bronzer, it's their Studio HD concealer. I think it's their new launch, and I thought that the shade, the warm shade that I bought, actually, what is the shade name? I think this is fresh Brew. So the swatch that I saw online, it looked like it would be a beautiful bronzer. Let me show you, and I'll give you a quick look at the product. Look at that. Doesn't it look like a beautiful bronzer shade? I think it does, and I'm so excited to be trying this out. I almost don't want to dip in because look how beautiful that looks. And if it works out great as a bronzer, I think I'll pick it up in my shade, and maybe a shade lighter for highlighting. Let's see. But this is the only clean brush that I could grab, but I think it doesn't matter because I just need it for placing the bronzer. I will be ultimately blending it out with my sponge. Okay, let's do this. So wow, it's very, very creamy. Let me show you. That's creamy. That's really creamy. Okay, so let's see. I am going to place that here. Wow, 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 that is really creamy, and I have a feeling it's going to blend out really well. I'm gonna do one side first. Let's blend it out. Okay, it's super pigmented, so just be careful with how much you are applying. That blended so easily. It almost giving me the Huda Beauty Tantour vibes. First impressions, I love this. It's very creamy, very pigmented, but you can play around with this. You can, you know, tone it down or really like build up the intensity, which is nice. So I just finished highlighting my under eyes with the L'Oreal Full Cover Concealer, and to set things in place, I have another new product. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I'm gonna use this with this PAC Pizza Puff Multi Applicator. I only recently got this stuff. Let me show you really quickly. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. I only recently got this, and this is the only thing that I've used in past few days when it comes to, you know, setting my under eyes. And this banana powder is also really, really nice. It's very smooth, looks really nice underneath the eyes. So let me show you. So what I like to do is dip maybe like twice or thrice. Actually, I did that way too many times right now, but once that is done, you want to like rest it here to make sure you don't have any creases, and then set it in place. This powder is so nice. It just like blurs my under eye. Like, I'm not even kidding. You have to get this. You really have to. If you are fairer or like my complexion, I don't know how this would look on dusky to deeper complexion, because this might be a little too obvious looking, but I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. I have another bronzer that I really want to use on top of this. This is Huda Beauty Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I'm so happy that these come in small size, because, you know, it just makes it trying these products so much more easier and affordable. So I bought this in the shade 03 Tan Light. I think it should look good on my skin tone. So I'm going to use this on top. I'm using my PAC 211 brush, and I'm going to saturate my brush with some of that. I have no idea. Oh no, the swirl is getting destroyed. Of course it will be. Like, what was I thinking? So let's see how that looks. I've heard nothing but great reviews on this. Wow, that is smooth. Smooth is my first impression on this. That is going really, really smooth on my skin. That gave me a really nice healthy glow when it comes to bronzer. I am not surprised that this works and looks so nice on the skin, because like I said, I've heard nothing but great reviews on it. I think my base is pretty much done. I don't have anything new for the eyes except for this sugar Too Good to Be True dual eyeshadow thingamajig. I have this in the purple variant, and I don't want to use this today just because I'm wearing a black outfit. I don't think that will go very well. Maybe I'll use it in another video. So I'll do something with the eyes later on off camera, but I want to show you guys this product that I've been absolutely loving. Okay, before I go there, let me quickly mention the thing that I have on my lips at the moment is Relove's Baby Tint in the shade Blush, and I'm not gonna remove this or do really anything about my lip color, actual lip color. I'm just going to use this on top. So this is the Sephora glossed lip gloss in the shade Confident, and I have been loving this. The lasting part is so good with this. Also, it does not feel sticky whatsoever. It just feels like this nourishing layer of something on your lips. It's very comfortable on the lips. I am so picky when it comes to lip glosses, but this is amazing. Wow, love it. I think I wore this in another video of mine, I think in the inside concealer video also. Like, I've never been a gloss person. I hate gloss, but I cannot believe I'm wearing this and loving this. I'm back after finishing my eyes. I did a very simple smudged liner look. Let's talk about the products. Firstly, the Essence Putty Primer. I like it, but again, I'll have to use it a lot more and maybe compare it to some other pore filling primers, because right now this was just good. Mars BB cream, do I even have to talk about it? I don't think so. You guys saw this in action. The coverage, the finish, everything is just amazing. And look, I mean, can you tell right now that I have a BB cream for this makeup look? I don't think you can, because everything is sitting so beautifully. Because this is something again that you have to compromise with when it comes to product with low coverage. Products on top of it does not look very beautiful. Even if it does, it will not show up that well, and if it does show up that well, it will look slightly pigmented, not pigmented, slightly patchy. That's not the case with this BB cream, which I absolutely love. So it's a very versatile product. Like, of course, if you want to use this just as BB cream to even out your skin tone, you can, but if you don't want to, you can get away with using this for look like this, which of course is slightly glam and leaning towards full coverage because I've layered it twice. I love this stuff. The only limitation that you have to keep in mind is it can emphasize the dryness sometimes, so just if you take care of it, or maybe like avoid applying this directly on those areas, then this is amazing. This Ilana Dream Blush I think is good, especially if applied with a sponge. I don't think it works very well with your fingers. It just applies patchy and then starts to set really quickly, so you have to anyways go over with either a brush or a sponge. So I would suggest that if you have this, and maybe if you're struggling with, you know, the application, use a sponge or a brush. I would suggest sponge, because this side it looks flawless, this side not so much. I'll use it more in the upcoming days and I'll let you guys know how I feel about this. Right now it is good, but you just have to be careful with it. PAC Studio HD Concealer in the shade Fresh Brew that I used today as a bronzer. Love it, really love it. I'll be honest, I was a little skeptical about this because all of the, you know, complexion products that I've tried in pot format or anything that comes in a jar is always very stiff, slightly harder to apply, harder to blend, but that's not the case with this at all. It could be the reason that it's fresh, brand new. It could probably dry over time. I hope that does not happen. I don't see that happening because it's quite creamy, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, you saw how beautifully it applied. So if you are looking or wondering about this product, I like it. I really like it. If I have to recommend just one product from this video that is absolutely worth your money and something that you should definitely try, has to be this Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. Again, I'm not sure how this will look like on deeper dusky complexion, but I think on fairer to medium complexion it does look beautiful. It's so easy and convenient. Like, it's giving me loose setting powder vibe on how it's looking on the skin, but it's a compact and it's very smoothing, very blurring underneath the eyes. I love this so much, and I'm so glad I found something like this. It's beautiful. I think you should check it out. I got a question on my shorts video where you can purchase this. I bought mine from Myntra, so check it out on Myntra. I'll leave links of course in the description box below so you can check that out. This Glowish bronzer I would again recommend if you don't mind spending. I think this retails for 1500. If you don't mind spending that kind of money on a bronzer, I think you should get one. It's really beautiful. It went so smoothly. It's giving me like this beautiful bronzed look that I love, especially with darker clothes. I think a nice bronzer just like elevates your look when you have darker clothes on. Anyways, I think I would recommend this, and I'm so happy that it comes in smaller size because then a lot of people can try it. This Sephora gloss again would highly recommend. I think this comes in the second position of the things that you should purchase from this video. The first hands down will be the Essence banana powder, and after that this takes the second place in my opinion, especially because right now it's just changing, right? Like the way we do our makeup is changing. Everybody's all about that glowy, juicy, not just skin but like lips and a very simplistic eyes. So if you are also vibing with that kind of makeup look, then I think you are really going to enjoy this gloss. Again, if you can get this on discount, I mean, there's nothing like it, but even I think full price is worth it. I might pick up another shade in this one. That's how much I love it. So yeah, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. You can subscribe to the channel right over here. You can follow me on Insta, and you can also press the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. That way you will get notified when I post next. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.